everybody, I'm Katallina, and today we're here to talk about episode 12 of A Journey Through Another World, Raising Kids While Adventuring. As far as the expectations that one could have about how an episode is going to wrap off a season of a show where we don't know whether there are going to be more seasons or not, as far as I'm aware, we don't know one way or the other, while still making sure that it's satisfying and yet that the characters are still living even as we leave them. I think that's really important because sometimes when you read a story and the story gets wrapped up, it feels as though the characters can't actually continue to function without you, which in my humble opinion is something I don't actually care for. I would far rather imagine that the characters' lives go on and that they go on to do great and fun and lavish and wonderful things, whether I'm there or not. My presence means whether I get to see those things or not, whether or not they get to live them. And this show did a really great job at that. We get a really heartfelt send-off for the characters, and we actually get some interesting exploration of growth and maturity for the children, and a clear indication of how far they've come from the beginning of the series to where they are now, which I thought was really lovely. And we see that they are actually bonding with other people, the fact that they like Mr. Cedric and his sons and their family in general, and all that sort of thing, and the fact that they're friends with the two knights from the first town who do make an appearance, which was lovely. It was very nice how they made sure to go back and see almost everyone. We didn't get to see the Leviathan, which was kind of a bummer, and we didn't actually get a proper and direct conversation between Syl and Takumi, which I was kind of bummed about. We did get to see Syl for a moment or two in the episode, but I mean, I'm not going to criticize it that harshly because they had 20 some odd minutes to wrap everything up for this season, so there was only so much time they could really spend on specific things. I think it's really good how they did it though, because they actually gave us another delve down into one of the dungeons, which was really fun. I always like it when they do those. I find them so funny and cute. And they balanced it well between Takumi being a responsible grown-up and then the children actually getting to do their cute little God-inspired child thing and kicking some butt. We didn't really get a lot of heavy weight in this episode, which is fine since it was the ending. We get the implication that the king wants to meet Takumi, which sets them up nicely if they do decide that they want to do another season. There's definitely more to this story that we could explore. There's more connection between Syl and Takumi and their friendship. There is the whole situation with the children's father. There is a lot of different lore and aspects of this overall kingdom area that we're in that are interesting. There's continued friendship between Alan and Elena and the two children that Cedric has. That would be sweet. There's still a lot here that could hypothetically be explored. But again, it does a great job at tying up what we have, which I think is lovely. Sometimes one of the big problems with anime adaptations is that you can get to the end and it doesn't really feel like it gives you anything concrete. And that can make me feel like, why the hell did I spend 3 months watching this? Or 6, or whatever it ends up being, depending on the length of the actual season that they're doing. And that can be really annoying. So I think overall they did a solid job. I've really enjoyed this show. I did give some critique of it last week, and those still do hypothetically stand. If you are looking for something that is warm and fluffy on the outside, but that has a bit more bite on the inside, this ain't it, chief. This is very sugary, very sweet. It has a few, undernotes, but they don't go anywhere. Do not come to this show looking for that. You will be disappointed. But if you're just looking for something with a pinch of that to get the plot moving, and then something that's just utterly wholesome and delightful and adorable and precious, this is your jam. This is cozy turned into an anime. This is incredibly fluffy, and this was a really fun thing to watch. It's not something where, as I've said, that I think there's a ton that I can deeply analyze, but it's definitely something I've had a lot of fun watching every week and that I've enjoyed making videos on. Anyway, those are my thoughts on this week's episode. I'd love to know what you guys are thinking, so drop a comment below and let me know, and I'll see you in the next video. Talk to you later. Bye!